Welcome back, Barca family. Today's episode is absolutely packed with huge updates and breaking stories from Camp Nou. First up, Barcelona have already made a major decision about Robert Lewandowski's future. Despite his incredible goal-scoring form, reports claim that this could be his final season in Blaugrana colors. The club is already planning his replacement, with rising star Karl Etta Eyong emerging as the top candidate over big-money options like Julian Alvarez. But that's not all. There's fresh transfer talk as Barcelona considers signing a left-footed centre-back in January to cover for injuries, while Juventus legend David Trezeguet has revealed how close he came to joining Barca back in 2004. And finally, we'll spotlight Nico Marcipar, the 17-year-old La Masia prodigy who's being tipped as the next big defensive talent for the first team. Stay tuned because today's video dives deep into all these stories, from Lewandowski's farewell plans to the new generation rising from La Masia. Barcelona are facing a huge decision ahead of next summer regarding Robert Lewandowski's future at the club. The Polish striker's contract runs out in June 2026, and that means this season could very well be his last in Blaugrana colors. Even at 37 years old, Lewandowski has proven that he can still deliver at the top level, scoring 4 goals in La Liga so far despite limited appearances. However, due to his age and physical decline, Barcelona are already planning for life after him. While Deco recently suggested that Lewandowski might stay until 2027, reports from Sport indicate that the club has decided not to renew his contract. Barcelona officials believe his pressing intensity and speed have dropped compared to the rest of the squad, and that it's time to move on and rebuild with a younger striker. In short, Lewandowski's chapter at Camp Nou appears to be nearing its end, and the club is now preparing to find his long-term successor. His age, his drop in performance, as well as the fact that he can no longer press the opponent at the pace that the rest of his teammates are the reasons that Barcelona officials have come up with, which ultimately means that Lewandowski is not expected to be offered a renewal before his current deal is up. Who will Barcelona sign as Lewandowski's replacement? Ferran Torres would be the only striker option at Hansi Flick's disposal when Lewandowski leaves, so Barcelona would need to secure a replacement. They have a lot of interest in Atletico Madrid's Julian Alvarez, but according to the report, it is more likely that Karl Etta Eyong is signed, as the idea would be to bring in a younger profile that can provide immediate competition. It makes sense for Barcelona to prioritize Etta Eyong over Alvarez, given that they would likely not have the funds at their disposal to sign the latter, given that he would cost in excess of 100 million euros. Barcelona could turn injury setback into opportunity to reinforce key position in January. According to reports from Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona are carefully observing the transfer market in the coming weeks to assess whether any signings will be necessary before the winter transfer window opens. The main position under review is that of a left-footed centre-back, a role that remains slightly under strength within Hansi Flick's current setup. The outlet affirms that at this stage, the club has not taken any final decision, as there is no urgent need for new arrivals right now. Still, there is a quiet acknowledgement that if the right opportunity arises, the club will not hesitate to make a move. The chances of securing a top-quality player midway through the season are slim, as most elite defenders remain tied to long-term projects with their current clubs. Flick's wish and financial considerations. It is no secret that Flick had already requested a left-footed central defender during the summer window. However, Barcelona's financial fair play restrictions made such a signing impossible at the time. Despite that, President Joan Laporta has now allowed Deco to carry out a deeper analysis of the market and evaluate potential targets who could strengthen the back line without disrupting the club's financial balance. Barcelona's situation under La Liga's rules could change slightly due to Gavi's long-term injury. Since the midfielder underwent meniscus surgery and is expected to be out for 4 to 5 months, the club may use that condition to create room under La Liga's regulations for a temporary addition. Importantly, this would not affect Gavi's ability to return once he is fully fit. In short, Barcelona are not in a rush but remain alert. If a quality left-footed centre-back becomes available in January, someone affordable and open to a move, then the Catalan giants could take action to reinforce the defense and maintain balance within Flick's evolving system. Juventus legend admits he was close to signing for Barcelona in 2004. I could have gone. Legendary Juventus striker David Trezeguet has revealed that in 2004, he came close to leaving Serie A to join FC Barcelona. Trezeguet, who moved to Juventus from AS Monaco in the summer of 2000, enjoyed a remarkable start to his career in Turin. Between 2000 and 2004 he won 2 Serie A titles, was named in the UEFA Team of the Year, and earned the accolade of Serie A Footballer of the Year. Over more than 300 appearances for Juventus, Trezeguet scored 171 goals, cementing his place among the club's all-time greats. Yet, in 2004, his future could have taken a very different path. The striker revealed that a move to Barcelona was on the cards, but the arrival of Fabio Capello at Juventus changed everything. Capello's influence and Trezeguet's loyalty. Trezeguet explained, "Fabio called me in 2004 when I could have gone to Barcelona and said, 'Where are you going?'" Capello, who had previously managed Roma between 1999 and 2004, was about to take over at Juventus. He wanted to ensure that Trezeguet remained at the club, creating the right sporting context for his own arrival. "I didn't think I would come to Juve," admitted Trezeguet, reflecting on Capello's influence behind the scenes. Trezeguet's loyalty to Juventus extended far beyond that summer. Even when the club was relegated to Serie B in the 2006-07 season, he chose to stay, demonstrating his commitment. "In 2006, I felt the need to give back to the club something it had given me. A club that had been very good to me," he recalled, praising the club for its role in his career. Although Barcelona could have been his next destination, Trezeguet's path remained tied to Juventus, shaping a legacy that spanned a decade. Source: Mundo Deportivo. Barcelona's 17-year-old juvenile A-star emerging as La Masia's top defensive prospect. La Masia has always held the solution to Barcelona's many crises over the years, especially delivering young talents capable of dominating world football at opportune moments for the first team. The likes of Gavi, Alejandro Balde, Fermin Lopez, Lamine Yamal, and Pau Cubarsí have been some of the academy's greatest successes in recent years, but there is an equally long list of players ready to break into the first team if given the chance. One such player the club is eyeing closely is Nico Marcipar, a young centre-back who currently plays in the Juvenile A team but is seen as one of the academy's best prospects. A serious talent. As relayed by Sport in a recent report, Barcelona highly values Marcipar and the player is currently in a season that could make or break his chances of entering the first-team dynamics at Barcelona. As a player of dual Argentine-Spanish citizenship, he perfectly combines the South American tenacity with Barcelona's possession-based style of football and brings a unique profile to the table, which is highly valued. The Catalans, however, value him not only for his quality but for his room to improve and high ceiling, something the club sees to be very high if he is taken down the right road. Marcipar stands out for his defensive awareness and passion on the field, but he is also an able distributor of the ball and an excellent ball-playing defender, a profile that fits in perfectly for teams building up from the back. In fact, his entourage even had a recent meeting with Barcelona Athletics sporting administrators, including Sergi Mila and Andres Manzano, where they discussed in detail where the player could improve and make a jump to a higher level. Concurrently, Marcipar has also been in hot demand by both the Argentine and the Spanish federations and has a major decision to make as to which country he will represent. The player is leaning towards La Roja, but nothing has been decided yet. And that's a wrap for today's explosive Barcelona update, Barca family. Lewandowski's time at Camp Nou looks to be nearing its end, but the future is bright, with young stars like Karl Etta Eyong and Nico Marcipar ready to take center stage. Barcelona's transfer plans for January and their long-term project under Hansi Flick show one thing clearly: a new era is being built at Camp Nou. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more daily Barca news and turn on notifications so you never miss a story from the heart of Catalonia. Let us know in the comments. Should Barcelona renew Lewandowski or move on to a younger striker?